I got a couple things to say. I tried to explain to Sharky that I don't really do suits and ties and stuff, that I'm not so comfortable that way. So let me just get into my comfort zone here. Oh, wait. All right, there we go. All right, I would like to thank Skip Hanley for this honor. I would also like to thank our Vice President, Joe Moran, MIA today. But if Skip takes a bullet, Joe's going to jump right in there. Incidentally, there's a collection plate going around for Skip's new bulletproof jacket. You guys dig deep in there. I would also like to thank the great and powerful wizard, Mr. Brian Sharkey. And the only German guy in the club who managed to work himself into the sergeant-at-arms position. Kind of funny that he's checking papers at the door, right? Beyond that, I mean, I assume that I'm standing here today because we fed a couple people after the storm hit this year. Thank you. And that was, that was just kind of what we could do. And this is a great community that we live in Long Beach, and there's a ton of great stuff happening. And I know there's a ton of like cops and firemen, and everybody was affected when 9/11 happened. I mean, I watched the whole thing from the water. The waves were really good that day. And the motto for that kind of became never forget. And my beautiful wife over there, we were talking a couple weeks ago, we felt like, a totally different story, but the storm affected us all greatly. I'm still dealing with it every day. I'm sure that you guys are too. But we kind of felt like the model for that should be always remember. So there's a couple things that I'll always remember, and I hope that you guys do too. I'll always remember that Dougie O'Grady was out gutting houses and continues to do great work with the Mohawk Animal Foundation. I'm proud to be a part of that. I'll always remember that I was standing there talking to our city manager, Jack Schneerman, who was almost asleep on his feet because he hadn't been home in a month because he was working so hard to get everything back together. And I thank him for that. I think you're doing a great job, buddy. I'll always remember that our police and fire departments didn't go home for a month and see their families because they were too busy worried about all of us. And I'll always remember that too. And I'll always remember how Brent and Megan turned Shines into like a 24-hour soup kitchen and refused to go home for like 2 weeks until the lights came on. For myself, I'll always remember the look on people's faces when I handed them a hot piece of food after they hadn't had one in a little while. And that we were really lucky to have a chance to make an impact. And I appreciate that. I thank all of you guys for that. And I could go on and on of who did what and when and whatever, but I'll just say I'll always remember the spirit of community that exists in Long Beach, and that no place comes together like this one when the chips are down. So I'll always remember that. I swear I'm almost done here. All right. One more guy that I want to recognize, that he's behind every good thing that I've done, that that goes on in town, and he takes no credit. He doesn't want any. But Billy, could you stand up for a second so everybody can? So this is Billy Kupperman, and when there was work to be done at Sloan Kettering, Billy started Mustaches for Kids, and it started with like 12 guys growing creepy mustaches, and now it's like a few hundred guys growing creepy mustaches. So that's pretty awesome. He raises a ton of money for those guys every year. And when Kelly and I had the idea to do something for Thanksgiving, Billy was the first guy that I called, and he made everything that we thought turn into a reality. So I'll always remember that. And when Christmas was coming, and everybody was hurting in town, there was no money for presents, the stores could barely stay open, Billy started the Shop LB for the holidays to help everybody out, and I'll always remember that. And when he really saw everybody down, he started Pay It Forward. And if it wasn't for that, and it wasn't for him, Swing Bellies wouldn't be there anymore. And I'll always remember that. And now, I hope everybody will remember this, because we're going to toast the Jewish kid at the AOH Man of the Year. So if I could just get everybody but Billy Kupperman to stand up right now. Thank you, guys. Oh yeah. And I know that this is a strange request here, but the reply to this toast is going to be "Oh Maine." Okay? Just for you, buddy. May the lilt of Irish laughter lighten every load. May the mist of Irish magic shorten every road. And may all your friends remember all the favors you were owed. Amen.
Amen.
And that's it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Great job, Sean.